Hello learners, welcome to Operation Management Chapter 2. This chapter we will talk about operation for performance and strategy. You might be familiar with this model. It's the same model that we talked on Chapter 1 about input, transformation process and output. Actually, the main idea or the main concept is the same, but just the only difference is about the input. Like this one, we're talking about the supplier transformation process and to customers. In transformation process, there are many resources into the transformation process, which are lobby interest group or shareholder, society, government, regulatory body. Here you might see it's the mixture or the combine between internal and external factors which affect to the transformation process. Okay, inside, like for internal things, you might be familiar with the top management, staff, and staff representative bodies which concerned in the transformation process. Here, the operations and process are excellence. It consists of many functions like opportunity for process learning, enhance service, higher capacity, utilization, reduce error, and better resilience, and also the process efficiency. You can see here are the factor that affect to the process or the transformation process. Okay, like the top one, like opportunity for process learning. It depends on the capability for future innovations. How is it the low or the high capability for the future innovation that will affect to the process. Here you can see on the competitiveness or competition in the market. If you have the high competitiveness in your organization, you most likely you might be the winner or the success in the market. Like the quality, what is the main idea for the quality? It must be right? It must be up to the standard of your quality. Also the speed, it must be fast as you can deliver the the product to the customer, and also the resources must be delivered by the supplier on time. Dependability, it must be on time, right? And flexibility is if it can be changed or can be adapted to the other things, like in the part of resources, if you can use something else in terms of resources instead of another one, that will provide you the choice, right? That you might have some more choices, like if your main resource is short, you can have another another resources can be another resource can be substituted resource for you, or you can use any other resource to minimize your cost if it can be, right? Or in another way, for the in the process transformation process, if you can change in some process or you can adapt something into your process, and it can be like time shorten or your resource shorten, right? Or can you reduce the resource, that of course it will reduce your cost at the end. Cost, for the cost, of course, it is being productive, or is it productive if your productivity is right or not, if you can manage the best cost. Okay, here you can see internal benefits and external benefits. Excuse me. Okay, for internal benefits in the organization, you can divide it to two parts in internals and externals, right? For internal benefit, if it is it cost minimization or can maximum value or reliable operation or ability to change error-free processes, right? If you can produce or do some productions that can control like 100% control, that would be great, right? Because you don't have any inferior product or error products, because those error products are your cost, right? At the end, speed, of course, if you can maximize the speed, of course, with the standard quality, right? It will be good because you can, with the economy of scale, you can reduce the cost at the end also, because in by at least at the labor cost, with the same time, when you produce more, it means the labor cost per unit, you can save. Also the interest in the financial term, you can see if you can save lots of interest. Okay, for external benefits, there are five things that you have to concern, like minimum price with highest value that you can give to your customers, dependable delivery, right? If it can be on time, if you can deliver the product to be on time, flexibility, you can like frequent new product launch or maximum choice to uh, like for customer satisfaction. For the quality, error-free product, of course, if you have 100% quality product delivered to the customers, always the customer don't have to change the inferior product to you, right? Or some error product to you. So you can minimize some cost and also can increase the trust. Customer trust is the most important. Also, at the end, is a quick delivery. If you can deliver the quick delivery to the customers, that will be great, because the customer will, as fast as you can deliver to the customer, that customer will satisfy with your product and services. Like hospital, the patient receives the most appropriate treatment. Of course, this is the most expectation from the customers, because the customer or the patients needs uh, the best service, right, to them. Treatment must be carried out in a correct manner, like the manner for the nurse, for the doctor. Patient consult and kept informed, like if the patient has some problems, and also after the consult or after they recover, they might need some checking up, like every 3 months, 6 months, or annually. Staff are courteous and friendly and helpful. Of course, this one is the most request, or the most expect, that most of the people expect from the service industry. For irrespective of a product or service specification, those external enhance the product or the service in the market, or at least avoid customer complaints, because like in hospital, lots of complaints you can expect, because a lot of dissatisfaction from the customers, like such as services, or after the cure, uh, they might not be satisfied with the patient or the relatives. They might not be satisfied with the curement from the doctor or the nurse. You can see a lot of complaints on that. internally, you bring the other benefits to the operations, right? Okay, like prevent error, slowing down the throughout speed, because if there's as more error occur, it lower down the speed, and of course, like 100 patient to consult per day, you might be slow down to 90 or 80. That of course at the end you got less revenues. Prevent error causing internal unreliability and low dependability. Okay, and also prevent error causing waste time on effort, therefore saving costs. It's all the cost things. Okay. Here you can see the quality. It affects to speed, cost, dependability, and flexibility. Even it's uh, the only one factor, but it affects all of it. For hospital, like time between requiring treatment and receiving treatment is kept to a minimum. Of course, it's a speed rate, and also the customer satisfaction. If you can reduce the speed, of course, with the good quality of the service, right? The customer or the patient will be satisfied, and also you can reduce cost. The time for test result like X-ray to be returned is kept to a minimum. Also, all depends on the speed. Sorry. Okay, here. Here you can see internal. It helps to overcome internal problems by maintaining dependability. If everything is depending on it, and it of course everything's like those five factors. They all involved together. Okay. Quality, you can see for the speed, the quick delivery, it also to effect to the cost and dependability. Also, the example from hospital, the proportion of appointments that are cancelled is kept to a minimum, of course, as low as you can keep the cancellation. Right, you can maximize the time, the speed, and of course, satisfaction at the end, and also at the end is the cost of the hospital. Okay, here the dependability, like to effect to the cost and speed. For hospital, introduce new treatment and a wide range of treatment that customer satisfaction. Okay, and also you can arrange some costs, and you can prepare the to match to customer satisfaction, and also at the end is about the costing of the organization. Yeah, the product and service bring to the market like service and the product flexibility. This is the most important thing now today, because lots of organizations are dying because they don't flexible. They are not flexible to the customers, and they don't give people more choices to choose. Nowadays, a lot of competitors they arrange lots of choices to match the customer satisfaction, and also they earn a lot of things from that. Okay. You can see at the end from the internal, it effect to external things that you do. So when you arrange inside, as I would use this word. You would use the best match or the most suitable things for the factor inside. It express to the external things to the customer. And mhm. Okay, here I like you can see here the flexibility. It also effect to speed, cost, dependability, and everything. It also they everything involved together. Mhm. One thing that I want to mention you here about 4V. Of course, lots of you may be familiar with 4P, right? Product price promotion. But in here, that's for marketing. But in operation management, I would like you to be familiar with this 4V that we just mentioned in first chapter, that about volume, variety, variation, and visibility that I just explained in chapter 1. Okay, for internal performance of the operation, these 4 things that I would like you to focus: quality, speed, dependability, and flexibility. You can see here, everything's they how to say, they involve to each other. One factor it involved to the others. Okay. That's it. It's a polar diagram and used to indicate the relative importance of each performance. You can see here, back here, you can see it effect to each other, and at the end, for then, if you have the flexibility, you can increase speed, you can reduce the cost, and you can be more dependability, and also you can do you can concern on the quality, and at the end also to it can get the result. It gives you the result of low price. For the dependability, it's the increase reliable. And of course, for the speed, you can reduce the delivery time. For the quality, you can get the same quality of product, or you can be reliable on the quality from, or you can earn trust from the customers. And of course, for your flexibility, you can get frequent new product and service in wide range and volume and delivery changes to match to your customer needs or satisfaction at the end. Okay, that's it. Okay. This is okay. So in here, for when you required the performance, you can at the end you can see this diagram. It affects all, like one, you start from crime detection, right? You can reassure the people on, and you try to reduce the crime, and you got efficiency. When you got in, and you can increase the efficiency of your responsibility, and also you're working with criminal justice agency, and then you can get more. It can increase reassurance, more efficiency, and of course, when you work more with these criminal, and you have more crime, you can increase crime detection, and then you can reduce you can reduce the crime. Okay. This is I want you to read on this one. Okay, this chapter 2. In this chapter, in this video, I include, or I combine 2 chapters from 2 books together, 2 textbooks together, which are, I think they are quite concerned to each other, and it's important. That's why I want you to understand these 2 chapters. Okay, here you can see here operation management and operation strategy. In this chapter, I want to talk about operation strategy, that it's very important before you start operation management. You need to have a strategy first, and then you can I would say you can launch, or you can implement the correct operation. How are you going to operate your organization? Okay, you can see here for operation strategy, there are many things that concern to before you can get the operation strategy. Operation strategy, when you sorry, okay, operation strategy, when you have the operation strategy, you can it concern, or it's one factor of operations management, right? Because when you have strategy, you can use this strategy and take it to implement into your organization. Like you can know, and you can get improvement. You can planning and control. You can design it, right? As PDCA, if you are familiar with this plan, do, check, action, I believe they are all the same for this one, for this idea. Okay, here, what is a strategy? Setting broad objectives, right? And planning the path, stress long-term rather than short-term objective, dealing with the total picture and being detached from and above the confusion and distraction of day-to-day activities. It effect, right, to day, but it's not day-to-day activities. I have to mention this first for you. Okay, strategic decisions, and those decisions which are widespread in their effect on the organizations. Okay, here, operation is not the same as operational. What is it? Operation are the resources that create product and service. Create the product and service, right? Operations. Operational is opposite of strategy, it meaning day to day and detailed. Okay, so it's opposite, right? Remember that I told you, I just told you that strategy is not day by day, but operational is day by day. And one can examine both the operational and the strategy aspect of operations. Okay, here you can see how the operation strategy different to operations management, right? Operation management and operations strategy. You can see here, operation strategy, it might take 1 to 10 years, while in operations management is a shorter term, and it might take 1 to 12 months, right, for operations management. You can see here, operation strategy is a macro, while operation management is micro, right? Operation strategy is aggregated, but for operations management is detailed. Operation strategy is philosophical, while operations management is concrete, right? It must do, you must do it, okay? Okay, for perspective on operation strategy, it's a top-down. Before you can set operation strategy, it's a top-down perspective. You need a market requirement perspective. You can bottom-up perspective and also operation resources perspective. These four directions, they are all perspective and give the idea or the concept to you or to organization to set up the operation strategy. Okay. Then operation strategy, it comes from corporate strategy, business strategy, and then to operation strategy. And of course, operational experience, it goes up to, they go up to operation strategy. So operation strategy, it is between the business strategy and operational experience, that they blend and make it happen and try to implement it for real, not only strategy side, not only operation side, but they blend these two concepts together, these two ideas together, and try to make it real, try to make it happen. Okay, the strategy hierarchy. There are three hierarchies like corporate strategy, business strategy, and functional strategy. Okay. Hmm? Here for the life cycle, you might be familiar with the product life cycle that introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. It's about the sale volume and the time span of the product. You can see here in the introduction stage, the sale volume is really low because you just introduce a new product into the market, right? While in the growth, it of course when you are in the market for a while and the people love it, like your product, but people buy more, right? So your sales increase. While maturity stage is the consumers buy your product or service at a level of time, and it's likely uh, decline or a slightly increase only a little bit, but most of the time they maintain in the same level. And at the decline stage, at some time of the product life cycle, the the sale volume of the product try to decrease because the sale volume, because the most likely the consumer uh, try to change to the other the other brand, to the other product, or maybe it's out of time, it's out of what is it out of market because not much people like it, so it declines like CD or compact disc. Like at the moment, most of the people don't buy compact disc anymore. Okay, so this for this product life cycle, we will talk about volume, customers, competitors, and variety of the product or service design. So I want you to study in detail for this and bring the questions into the class. And if you don't, which you don't understand, and we discuss in class. Okay. In here also. Okay, 5P of operation strategy, purpose. These 5Ps are also very important for operation strategy: purpose, point of entry, process, project management, and also participation. Like one example, like point of entry. When we go back to the product life cycle, where do you want, or where do you expect to enter into the market? Do you want to enter into the market into the introduction stage, or growth stage, or maturity stage, or decline? Of course, not everyone expect the same or have the same point of strategy. Some organization enter into the declining stage. Maybe we don't know, because they might have some strategy to do that, right? Because of what? Because in the declining stage, we have to accept that not many competitors in that market, right? Because many competitors already left from the market, so less competitors. That organization might see some uh, good point to enter the market into the declining stage. Nobody knows. You want to enter into the maturity stage, because you say that you might think that lots of consumer, lots of demand, of course, but at that time you might have low profit margin. Or you want to enter into the growth stage. Lots of organizations love to enter into the growth stage, because they might see some good point, because they might see or forecast the future, that the market is growing or moving, increasing, so they can get more margin in that. Nobody knows. Or some organization love to enter the market since the introduction stage, because maybe higher profit margin in the introduction stage. But of course, in that in the introduction stage, you have to spend lots of money for what? For communication, right? Or public relation, because nobody knows your product. So, or this kind of product. So you have to invest a lot of communication. So it depends on the strategy, back to the strategy of the organization, which is the strategy, which is your strategy for the market or the product. See, it's different. Nobody knows that which is the best or which is the most suitable for the product or the organization you are. Okay, that's it for chapter 2. If you have any question, don't forget to bring them to the class and we can talk and discuss. Okay, see you.